good evening, everybody. Hey, hey. Okay, listen. One time for the birthday. It's her birthday. That's right. Coco, Lady Coco, is turning 14 today. Yes, honey. You say hello to the people. Say hello. Good evening, everybody. Hey, guys, it's Coach Chi. It has been a minute since I have been with you all, but come on. Chit chat with me for a few minutes tonight. I'm uber excited. I know I've been super duper quiet, but there's a lot of magic happening behind the scenes of your girl, Coach Chi. Oh, Sheikah. Hey, girl. Good to see you. Hey, boo. Say hi. A lot of magic happening. And so I wanted to come on tonight. Hey, Sam. Take a few minutes of your time. I promise I won't be long, but I want to talk about reinventing yourself because truly, I've been up to a lot of good things and I've been like busting out at the seams. And I just want to kind of take literally like 7 minutes of your time because I know it's late night. Coco, it's her birthday. It's late night and I'm really am. Oh, Erica. I just saw Erica. Hey, lovey, Erica, I need some stuff from your shop. Yes. I really do. Uber excited. Her whole body is colored, honey. It is her 14th birthday today. Literally, today is her birthday. And Coco is becoming more and more, she's always been mommy's baby, but she's really mommy's baby. Like, she's so spoiled. Hey. So tonight I kind of want to let you know, Abel, like I really need to come over there with that whole class movement, Miss Erica, because honey, every time I see your photos, I just want to say, run the card. Just love. I love you. Congratulations on everything you're doing. And those twins, honey. Oh, my Lord. Girl, salute to you. My hat goes off to you, superwoman, super mommy. Grace and God, what looks good on you for sure. Love. I want to talk really quickly about reinventing yourself because I'm going to tell you something. If there's something that I really feel like I am qualified in this season to speak to, it's just been inspired. I just did a live session with one of my friends and we were really just talking about what it means to reinvent yourself. And so without giving away all the goods, I wanted to share with you my top 5 things in this season that have really helped me come from that dark place that I was in. And I was there for a minute. I probably was there for about 13 months. And it wasn't one of the things that I learned is that I had to really do a deep dive. I'm in this space where 2 of my favorite words are resonance and dissonance. Deciding the things that I really want to have, that give me freedom, that make me feel alive, that give me new life. And so one of the things that I want to talk about is point number 1 is when you're redefining yourself, I said, you need to take an inventory. You need to look at everything that is good about you, right? It's okay when you make a list because see what we do, especially as women, we're such emotional creatures, is we tend to take a lot of our energy and focus on all the things wrong. Oh, my hair is this. Like, yo, your hair is so tightly coiled, it's unbelievable. But it is my hair. It is amazing, right? So we tend to focus on all the things that are wrong. But I want you to take an inventory, and I only want you to take stock in all that is good. All that is good. Because when things weren't going so well for me, I realized that I had to stop. I had to take stock and ask myself what's really going on in my life, right? There's this thing that I believe in called culpable responsibility. And when you take culpable responsibility for where you are in your life, there really isn't nothing that anyone else can say to you because you have owned it. You've owned where you are. You rested with it. You settled with it. You kind of got comfortable with it. But the beautiful thing about that is focusing on the good and focusing on what went well will truly help you shift your mind into a place of saying, you know what, in this next season of my life, as I reinvent me, as you become yourself 10.0, not 2.0, because we've all seen that. But in true reinvention, it's becoming naked and unafraid. It's becoming saying, you know what, I am just okay with every bit of who I am. Nope, I don't have all the labels. Nope, I don't have the large house anymore in the country club. No, I don't have the handsome stud on my side. Not all that handsome. But no, I don't have all of that stuff, right? I don't have it. And it's okay. See, in this season, the other thing that I took stock on, so 1, I made an inventory of all that was good, all my gifts, all my talent, all the things that I do well, the knowledge that I keep in my head, the things that I use to serve other people, took inventory of all the things that I did good. Boom. Now we know where we're going. Now we know what we're working with. Now we know what tools are in our toolbox, right? Because you've got that inventory list. You're very, very clear. You know what's left. What's left? You feel like when you go through hell and high water, you feel like everything been depleted, right? And you don't know what's left. But when you get intentional and you take inventory, everything that is good is what's going to help you on the road to reinventing yourself, period, right? Point number 2 is you have to declutter. I'm going to tell you something. If you've ever been in a closet of mine, you will know that I've probably been holding on to stuff since, my kids my oldest is 22 now. My youngest is 20. So I've been holding on to stuff for a minute. I got a jacket that takes me back before my kids were born. Like when Banana Republic was that store that I loved shopping in. I like shopping in it now too, because this shirt is Banana Republic. But again, declutter. And not only just declutter the physical, but you got to declutter the emotional. Some of you need to declutter this friends list that you think is a friends list. You need to just get down to the bare bones. I've settled in this space saying, you know what? People say, oh, no new friends. I'm 44. I'm in my angel number of years, right? No new friends. No, it's okay to have new friends. It's decluttering means it's easy to deal the physical. It's easy to deal with the spiritual. But some of us need to take stock and say, why am I feeling this way? What is it that I'm feeling? Is there anything I can change about my environment? Oh, yeah. So I'm going to turn off the phone. If there's somebody that's having a conversation with you and it has nothing to do to where it is that you are trying to go and who you're trying to be and that person you were reinventing, it's nothing personal, my love, but I just can't even engage it right now. Because emotional clutter is much more difficult because it affects how you think. It affects how you breathe. It affects how you move. It affects where you go, what you do, and how you do it, right? Someone said to me, oh, well, these new pictures you're putting out, coach, they're really interesting. And I know exactly what they're saying when they're really interesting. But a part of my reinvention is understanding that I'm a bad butterfly. I'm an amazing butterfly in all my beauty, being naked and unafraid, being unbottled. I don't have time for pretensions. I really could care less what people think about me. After this point, there's not much you can tell me in terms of good, bad, or indifferent. I had to reinvent me, which means I had to reinvest in myself, which means I had to fall back in love with who I am. It just became who I am. So clearing out the emotional clutter, right? Everybody's going to tell you, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. And oh my God, did you know this happened? You got to close the ear gates. Close the ear gates, shut down the eye gates, and you got to take stock and say, you know what? Is this going to help you become more aware of yourself? Or is this going to keep you more in tune with your feelings? Is it going to help you make the changes that you need? Because I'm going to tell you something. Reinvention is about finding the version of yourself that best fits where it is you want to go right now. And I don't even have no nipple covers. It's just going to be what it is. If you saw some boobage, get in love with that, because I'm so glad that I have them. I nursed 3 kids on those bad boys. And at the end of the day, if that's what I wanted to show, then let the world see it. But it wasn't. Here's what you need to understand. It wasn't about the people. See, I needed you all to see from a physical manifestation who I have begun to reinvent myself into. That's all you see. But what you have to understand is that I'm in motion, which is point number 3. When you're reinventing yourself, you got to get up and you got to move. See, again, as long as you are in motion, if you are moving, then that means that you are taking a step towards somewhere else, whether you're moving the body, whether you're moving the mind, whether you're moving the spirit. Something has to move, because you cannot resolve the issues that you currently have with the same energy that you created them with. See, the issues that I had when I attracted all that stuff that I had to get rid of is I was desiring to be accepted. I needed something, some man, someone to affirm me at the end of the day. But what I had to understand, those were the things that I was resolving. And I couldn't just sit there and wallow in a woe is me moment, or focus on what I don't have anymore, or who left, or what didn't work out. Why would you want somebody that wanted somebody else anyway? It doesn't even matter. At the end of the day, you have to have these conversations with yourself to get the mind moving. I started reading a new book. I started taking a little bit more trap music. Me and Moneybag like, yo, got a great conversation going on, because it is me versus me right now. At the end of the day, I started getting around people who I knew their energy would match mine. It's called alignment, right? And so again, I took up boxing because I figured myself, if I wasn't going to go out here and physically fight somebody, at least I got a punching bag that I could go hit to let off some steam. So whether you choose to move a little or a lot, but you got to move, because I'm going to tell you something. When you start getting in motion, you will start getting unstuck, right? And again, you'll be on that journey to reinventing every bit of who you are. But if you stay right where you are, if you wallow in it, then you're going to stay there for a minute. And it may not be your time to emerge, but I'm going to tell you something. When you do get up, come out swinging, kicking, running, and you literally get committed to running for your life. Let me say that again. Get committed to running for your life. You're not running away from something. You're running into the person that you were supposed to be in the first place. So point number 3 that I had is get up, get out, and get something. Get up and move. When I talked about shifting for me too was also changing my environment. Someone said, well, why did you move to where you moved to? Now, so those of you who know where I live, you know that I live in a very interesting place. And where I live, I happen to see examples of what I don't want to be. Well, somebody said, well, isn't that kind of torturous? You didn't have to live there. No, I chose to. I chose to move to an area where I was because I had to challenge myself to get uncomfortable. See, when you are reinventing yourself, oh, honey, it's about to get real uncomfortable. Like, really. And everybody got an opinion. But let me ask you something. Do those opinions get you any closer to the place where you desire to be? Now, again, there are people around me that I will allow to speak into my life because that's what their assignment is in that season. But everybody is not qualified to give you advice, to give you a word, or to speak on it. I need you to understand that a man cannot take you where a man has not been. So some of y'all just need to tell people to shut up, period. Be done. I moved where I was because when you get stuck and when you got too comfortable, I'm going to tell you something. You can get real comfortable living in 9,000 square feet and having all things attended to and all things taken care of, but you tend to lose something. And I'll be the first to admit that when I sold myself to someone else who was not yoked to where I was supposed to be going, I got stuck. So I moved to a place that made me even more uncomfortable because now I get to look at what it is that I never want to become. And that serves as a motivator for where I need to go. See, nobody can motivate you. So if you're looking right now for somebody to motivate you, wrong. It can't be done. Motivation is an inside job. You have to say, you know what? I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. So whatever it is, you got to challenge yourself in some kind of small way. So I chose to put myself in an environment that would challenge me to grow, right? That would make me uncomfortable, that I would lose a little sleep at night because I knew that every morning I would have to get up and work a little bit harder to make sure that I got to and I'm getting closer to the end goal, right? Is reinvention. So again, what I say, whatever is challenging you right now, accept it, embrace it, live with it, and understand that once you start moving, you're going to find yourself more comfortable. I'm going to tell you what I do love about this. When you do all of that in reinventing yourself, because somebody out there was like, first of all, here she goes with doing it all over again. I'm too old. I'm honey. I'm 44. Some days I feel like I'm 24. It just depends on what's happening, right? And it's okay. Eradicate the myth that you are too old to start again. You too old to be doing that. Aren't you too old to be wearing that, honey? If I want to wear a bodysuit with some 6-inch so-cates and step out for the people, then I'm going to, because that is exactly what I feel like doing, because I'm doing it for me and for no one else. If I want to go get on a plane and fly by myself and go over to Mexico, or now let me go to Jamaica. Everybody else going to Mexico. I got a negative COVID test, so I can go to Dominican Republic and Jamaica. So if I want to go, I'm going to go unapologetically. See, what you have to understand is everything you do right now has to be for you. So as you reinvent yourself, I'm telling you, it's okay to be selfish. You have to be selfish, because when you were out there doing everything, then nobody really cared about you. People were only caring about how they could benefit from where you are going. So honey, right now, I have to tell you, as you rebuild this vessel that you are, as you begin to reinvent yourself, open yourself up for proper alignment. Everybody can't go with you on the journey. And I know you've heard that, but I have found me a whole new movement, a whole new army. Understand that as you did the inventory, as you assessed what you had, as you decluttered and got out with the old and in with the new, the right people, they do hurt, Rosa. They only good for about 4 minutes, right? And that's what you leaning against the wall. Everything that you need will show up. I'm going to tell you something. I promise you, if you see me riding around and you see that personalized tag of mine, you're going to hear a little bit of Roddy Rich. You're going to hear a little bit of Moneybag Yo. You're going to hear some Future. And then I'm going to flip it with some Yolanda Adams. It just depends on what my mood is. And it might be a little Hezekiah Walker. But I've decided that opinions are not going to get me where I need to go. The getting stuck in the old ways of what didn't work and what was good in that season when it lasted. What you're not going to see me in is a big fabulous church hat with all the flowers. That worked for me when I was going through my saved and sanctified and Holy Ghost filled and fire baptized. I'm still all those things. I'm just literally growing to another place and preparing myself physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally for the new tribe that I'm called to serve. It's called growth, right? And so you can't put old wine in new wineskins. What worked yesterday is not relevant today. And so what you have to do is find the formula that works best for you. Right? I had to dig deep, take the deep dive and say, you know what? I choose easy because easy is what works. And easy is what I define easy as. When I say easy, I say, you know what? If I'm about to stress about this thing, if I got to fight you tooth and nail, if I got to hear what, when, I'm good. Something got to go and it's not me, right? Something's got to shift and it won't be me. So I'm going to challenge you in this season. A lot of us have to take this deep dive. You got to get naked and unafraid. Somebody said, well, what? I'm afraid. Honey, let me say something. I understand that what fear's mission is supposed to do. Fear is designed to paralyze you. Fear of the unknown. What will the people say? What will the church say? What will my family say? What will my friends say? Well, I'm going to tell you something. When you're alive, they got so much to say. When you're living, they got so much to say. When God calls you home to glory, they're going to have so much more to say. And what I'm saying is they're going to talk anyway. At least give them something good to talk about. Let them wonder. Let them guess. Let them never see you coming. That's the beautiful thing about redefining yourself in this season. And so I'm on this verge and this mission, and I'm so excited about what's happening. This Naked and Unafraid movement, it's exactly what it is. It's naked. It's unafraid. And we taking off the shackles. We're removing the boxes and the things that's got you confined. And we're saying it's time to shift. And oh girl, we are color coded, honey. And we're going to do it unapologetically. See, once you operate in your truth, there's nothing that anybody can hold against you. So why do you care what they think? Once you decide what's best for you, then that's what's best for you. See, everybody else is out here living their best life, or whatever they quantify as their best life. So I'm going to challenge you. Go ahead. Shake it up a little bit. Reinvent yourself. Change your hair. Men don't change your hair. But you can change your hair because, they got quick weaves for men now. Anyway, change your hair. Do you. And have fun in the process. Fall in love with the best version of you guys. Go out there, reinvent yourselves, and let them talk anyway. After all, I am so excited that you guys are here tonight. If this has blessed you, please share it with someone. I will tell you there's so many amazing things coming down the pipeline. I have been in the trenches working. If you look behind me, that is my wall where I have been jotting it down. And you know what? I'm not going to sit here and tell you that every day is easy. No, because I'm intentional. I'm intentional when I get up. I'm intentional when I step out. I'm intentional about the movement. And I don't get it always right. But what I am is in motion. Even if I fail, I'm in motion. Failure is an option because failure is a part of success. That means you just got to try something and that don't work. I got to go try it again. So I want you to stay tuned. I love all of you guys. I thank you so much for your support over these years. But Chinaza 10.0, when you thought that services were at one level, but you guys haven't seen what God is getting ready to do in this season. And I am so glad that you guys got to join me tonight. So go ahead, reinvent yourself, do it and do it big. See you guys at the top. You know how the bottom feels. It's really crowded. Love you guys. Good night, everybody.